Thailand officials just proposed the biggest changes to the foreign property ownership rules in the last 45 years. Foreign condominium ownership quota could jump from 49 to 75%, and the basic leasehold can grow from 30 years today to 99 years tomorrow. And here's what they are not telling you. What's a foreign quota? What's a leasehold? By the end of this video, you will know all the rules and proposals for the foreign property buyers. We'll see what has actually changed, what is being discussed, and what we can expect. I'll break down the entire buying process so you know what to expect if you come to buy a property in Thailand. Hello everyone, I'm Artem. I've been living in Thailand for a number of years and I'm selling property in this beautiful country. Let's start with the foreign quota. This mainly applies to apartments and to houses, but not the land. As a foreigner, you can buy only under the foreign quota. And usually this quota must not exceed 49% of the building. Imagine the building that has 100 exactly same apartments. Foreigners can own under their name just 49% of those apartments. So the latest proposal is to change this 49% to 75%. And the leasehold rules, that's a little bit of a different story. As a foreigner, you are not allowed to buy and own land in the country. You can own the house, but you lease a plot of land from the Thai owner. And right now, the rules are that you lease it for 30 years as a first step. So the new proposal is about leasing not for 30 years, but for 99 years. So let's start with the foreign quota. Right now, foreigners can own 49%. The proposal is 75%. What does that mean? For example, in some prime location, the foreign quota sells out fast. So if this proposal is approved, there will be much more inventory for foreign buyers to acquire nice properties and nice investment properties in Thailand. But here's the complication. This is still a proposal, not a law. Some of the opposition is lobbying against this proposal big time. For example, the Hotel Association, they're afraid about the disrupted hospitality market. The dangerous part for you as a foreign buyer, some dodgy agents already are selling this 75% quota, already are selling 90 years lease. Some buyers are signing contracts based on those promises and not the actual law. Don't be such a buyer. What might happen? You are buying in a condominium which offers 49% quota. They promise that it will increase to 75 and the current 49% is sold out. You buy as an upcoming future quota that is not enforced because the law is declined, so you end up owning nothing. How to protect yourself? If you want to buy today, buy only, I can't stress it enough, buy only under the current laws. Don't make your purchasing decisions based on promises, proposals, etc. And the law is, foreign quota is 49%. If it's sold out, it's sold out. In reality, if the law passes, that means more inventory and more opportunities. And the most important thing for you, if you've ever been looking into the Thai property market, is to hit the like button here below. Next on the line, 99 years lease extension proposal. So the current law is 30 years. When you as a foreigner buy a house here, you need to lease the land and you can do that only for 30 years. There are few proposals between 50 and 99 years the government is currently considering. And this is tailored and especially made for the foreign buyers because local buyers don't have any problems with acquiring the land. So why are foreigners excited? Because right now when you buy a house or you want to build a house, you lease the land for 30 years. Even if we have a safe framework, you're still wondering what will happen in 30 years from now. What if the owner changes? What will happen to my house? And the 99 years feels much more safe, right? Just like a psychological effect. What's the situation here? It's actually the same. This is just a proposal, not a law. And we don't know whether it will come into power. So right now, a lot of developers are advertising the lease framework or the lease scheme as 30 plus 30 plus 30. This means that when you lease for 30 years, you have the right to renew this lease another 2 times for 30 years each, 90 years in total. But Thai Supreme Court in 2020 2025 reaffirmed that lease renewals are contractual promises, not the guaranteed property rights. Even if you sign the lease for 30 years with the option of renewing it another 30 years or 2 times with 30 years, these are not rights. That's promises, and they are not guaranteed. What happens if the owner dies or sells the land? Your lease might vanish. So when the developer or agent sells you this 30 plus 30 plus 30, there are some specifics you need to look into, because those plus 30 and plus 30 are not guaranteed. Those are promises. So if you are thinking that you are buying for 90 years or leasing for 90 years, might not be the case. So how to protect yourself with the lease? If you are buying a house on a leased land, please treat just first 30 years as a guaranteed option. Everything else is a promise, not a right. It might happen, but it might not. I would suggest to look into 2 things. First, if you are buying in some village, pay attention who owns the land. Is it some random person, or is it under the village management company who owns the land? So the safer option would be to buy when the land is owned by the management company or by the developer managing the compound or managing the village. This is super duper important. And second, when you buy as an investment, build your financial plan for 30 years, not for 90 years. Or just buy a condo or an apartment. It's a freehold ownership, 100% under your name in the title deed, no expiration dates. That is your property forever. Now I will walk you through the actual process of acquiring a property in Thailand, the real process. Forget about the proposals. That's the real stuff happening on the ground today. Step 1. Find the property within the legal limits. What you can buy: a condominium with the available foreign quota of 49%, a building or a house on a leased land, or any structure built on a leased land but not the land itself. What you cannot buy: first, naturally, it's the land under your own name. There are some exceptions with the Board of Investments of Thailand, but that's a completely different story. And it's illegal to buy under nominal or fake Thai companies under local quota. Step 2. Money transfer requirements. To legally own a property in Thailand under your name, the funds that you will use for acquiring the property should come from outside of Thailand. So you can wire funds from your overseas bank. The bank will issue a foreign exchange transaction form for those funds. This form proves that the money came from abroad, and without this proof you cannot register your ownership in the land department. The critical detail here that the amount in the FET form should exactly match or be greater than the property price. So for example, if you are buying a condo for 5 million Thai baht, the form should show not less than 5 million. If it's 4.99, it will not work. So you cannot use money already in Thailand. You can't use money from selling a Thai property to buy another one. So it must be fresh foreign money coming from abroad. Step 3, the due diligence. So first, prepare your bank statements and all the forms in advance. And what your lawyer or real estate broker or agent should check are the following things: the foreign quota status. Is there anything available for foreign buyers? Developer track record and financial situation. Land title deed. Is it okay or has some flaws? Building permits and approvals. Management company reputation and fee structure, if there is a management company. Are there any pending legal issues or disputes with the developer or the building? Pro tip: the due diligence is a must step. Don't try to save your money on this particular one. So a good lawyer or a good broker will help you tremendously reduce those risks you are facing when buying a property. Step 4, the transfer day at the land department. So the buyer and the seller go to the land department together. You can do it yourself or through your trusted partner in Thailand. Don't forget your FET form. Don't forget your passport. Don't forget your contract with the seller, so the officials who check all the paperwork is in order. And don't forget, you will need to pay some fees at the transfer date. So the transfer fee itself is around 2%. It could be split between buyer and seller, but you need to negotiate that in advance. Second, the stamp duty of 0.5% usually is paid by the seller. You need to negotiate that as well. The seller will pay with the withholding tax, potentially will pay the business tax, depending on how long the seller owned the property. But net, your buyer side fees on the transfer date will be around 4% of the property value. Before we move to the final step of the process, I must say that the process might look a little bit complicated, but it's super straightforward if you work with someone who knows the market. That's one. And second, you can do everything online. Online viewings, online transactions, online registration. You can do everything online through, for example, a real estate broker or a lawyer. Final step number 5 is the ownership registration. This is when your ownership is recorded in the land department under your name. You'll receive the title deed with your name on it. It's called in Thailand chanot. Keep it safe, make some copies, and better store them in different locations, again for safety. So what are the new rules of buying a property in Thailand in 2025? Well, actually there are none. They're just proposals and not laws. So what do we have in 2025? The foreign quota, 49%. The leasehold time frame, 30 years. No land ownership for foreigners. Funds for property acquisition must come from abroad. So if you're buying today, these are the laws, and you should or even must act under those laws. Don't factor in the proposals that might become the law. They're not. And if you are serious about buying property in Thailand and want some assistance with the real situation, real numbers, only vetted projects, there is a link in the description down below. My team and I will be happy to assist on that journey. Hit the like button if this video helped you to stay away of the proposals and not the rules. And remember, in Thailand, as everywhere else, hope is not a strategy. Buy under today's rules. Check those videos, and I'll see you in the next one.